Have you ever wondered why your hands shake when you reach for your morning coffee? Or why that tingling sensation in your feet keeps you awake at night? Picture this. Millions of people over 60 wake up each day to a body that feels like it's betraying them. The simple act of buttoning a shirt becomes a struggle. Walking to the mailbox leaves them breathless and unsteady. They sit in doctors' waiting rooms hoping for answers, only to leave with another prescription that barely touches the real problem. What they don't realize is that their nerves, the very highways that carry life through their bodies, are quietly breaking down, and conventional medicine often misses the deeper truth about why this happens. Here's what no one wants to admit: the weakness you feel, the pain that shoots through your limbs, the dizziness that makes you grab for walls, it's not just aging, it's your nervous system crying out for help, and there's an ancient remedy sitting right in your kitchen that could change everything. Today, I'm going to share with you a simple, natural approach that has brought relief to countless people when nothing else worked. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how to use it to reclaim the strength and energy you thought were gone forever. Number 1. Functioning of nerves and related issues. Right now, as you sit reading this, millions of tiny messengers are racing through your body. They're carrying the spark of life to every corner of your being, from your fingertips to your toes. These are your nerves, and they're more precious than any treasure you could imagine. Think of them as the electrical wiring in your home, except infinitely more complex and delicate. When you were younger, you never gave them a second thought. Your hand moved when you wanted it to. Your legs carried you wherever you needed to go. But now, something has changed. Maybe it started with a strange tingling in your fingers while you were reading the newspaper. Perhaps it was that moment when you stood up too quickly and the room seemed to spin around you. Or maybe it was the morning you woke up and your hands felt like they belonged to someone else, numb and disconnected. These aren't just random inconveniences. They're your body's way of crying out that something vital is breaking down. When your nerves begin to weaken, it's like having a traffic jam in the most important highway system of your life. Blood can't flow the way it should. Energy gets trapped. Organs that have faithfully served you for decades suddenly struggle to do their job. You might find yourself gripping the banister tighter when you climb the stairs, not because you're afraid of falling, but because your legs don't feel quite like your own anymore. You might notice that simple tasks like buttoning your shirt or opening a jar have become monumental challenges. The fatigue hits you like a wave, leaving you wondering where your strength went. Some days you feel like you're living in someone else's body, one that doesn't respond the way it used to. This isn't your imagination, and it's not something you have to accept as inevitable. Your nerves are calling out for help, and there's something you can do about it. Number 2. Causes of nerve weakness. Les ennemis de votre système nerveux se sont tranquillement rassemblés en force pendant des années, peut-être des décennies, sans que vous ne le sachiez. It's like having unwelcome guests in your home who've slowly been rearranging your furniture while you slept. If you're living with diabetes, you've already been told about blood sugar, but what they don't always explain is how those elevated numbers are like acid rain on your delicate nerve fibers. Every spike in your glucose levels is quietly stealing the elasticity from your nerves, making them stiff and unresponsive. It's happening so gradually that you don't notice until one day your feet feel like they're wrapped in thick socks, even when they're bare. High blood pressure, that silent stalker that so many of us carry, is putting relentless pressure on the tiny walls of your nerve pathways. Imagine trying to breathe through a straw while someone is squeezing it tighter and tighter. That's what your blood pressure is doing to your nerves every single day. Then there's the fat that's been accumulating in places you can't see. Not just around your waistline, but inside the very channels where your life force is supposed to flow freely. These fatty deposits are like fallen trees blocking a mountain stream, forcing your blood to find new, less efficient paths. Hidden infections that you might not even know you have can be quietly inflaming your nervous system. Your hormones, once perfectly balanced dancers in the orchestra of your body, are now playing out of tune. Your liver, that faithful workhorse that's been filtering toxins for all these years, might be showing signs of fatigue. Your kidneys, those remarkable filters, might not be keeping up with their endless job. But here's what gives me hope, and what should give you hope too. Understanding your enemy is the first step toward victory. Number 3. Pranayama et le système nerveux. Il y a un secret ancien qui coûte rien, ne nécessite aucune prescription et peut être fait dans le confort de votre propre maison. It's been hidden in plain sight for thousands of years, and it has the power to rewrite the story your nervous system is telling. Your breath is not just air moving in and out of your lungs, it's the bridge between your conscious mind and the deepest healing systems in your body. When you were a child, you breathed naturally, fully, without thinking about it. But years of stress, shallow breathing, and modern life have taught you to breathe with just the top of your lungs, leaving the healing power of deep breath untapped. Bhastrika Pranayama, the breath of fire, is like giving your nervous system a gentle but powerful massage from the inside. As you breathe deeply and rhythmically, you're not just moving air, you're creating waves of healing energy that travel along every nerve pathway in your body. Each breath is like turning up the power on a dimming light bulb, bringing strength back to connections that have grown weak. Anulom Vilom, the alternate nostril breathing, is even more profound. As you close one nostril and then the other, breathing in a pattern that connects your left and right brain, you're actually rewiring your nervous system. You're teaching it to find balance again, to remember what harmony feels like. I've seen people who could barely hold a coffee cup without shaking discover that after just 2 weeks of daily practice, their hands were steady again. I've watched others who hadn't slept through the night in months finally find the peace that had been stolen from them. The beautiful thing about breathwork is that you don't need to believe in it for it to work. Your body knows what to do with healing breath. It's been waiting for you to remember this ancient wisdom that's written in your very DNA. Number 4. Home remedy and consumption method. Walk into your kitchen right now, and I guarantee you there's a miracle hiding in your spice cabinet. That small stick of cinnamon that you might only use at Christmas, that's been sitting there patiently, waiting for this moment when you truly need it. But not just any cinnamon will do. You need cinnamon that's dry, fresh, and completely free of mold. Hold it in your hands. Smell it deeply. Fresh cinnamon has a scent that can transport you back to your grandmother's kitchen, warm and comforting and full of promise. This is the cinnamon that holds healing power concentrated by nature itself. Now gather 2 more allies. Black cardamom seeds, not the green ones, but the larger, more powerful black variety, and whole cloves that release their oil with just the slightest pressure. These 3 ensembles créent une symphonie de guérison qui a été murmurée dans les traditions anciennes depuis des siècles. Here's how you prepare this medicine that doesn't come from a pharmacy. Bring water to a rolling boil, then add your cinnamon stick, a few black cardamom seeds, and 3 or 4 lightly crushed cloves. Let them dance together in the bubbling water for 1 to 1.5 minutes. No longer, or you'll cook away their healing properties. No shorter, or you won't extract their full power. Strain this precious liquid and let it cool to a temperature that won't burn your tongue. Now comes the sweet addition, half an inch of pure jaggery, that golden sweetener that your body recognizes and welcomes. Si le diabète fait partie de votre histoire, sautez le jaggery mais sachez que le remède est toujours puissant sans lui. Buvez ceci 30 minutes après le dîner, lorsque votre corps est prêt à absorber chaque molécule de guérison. 15 minutes plus tard, mâche une cuillère à café de graines de fenouil lentement, laissant leur essence améliorer tout ce que vous venez de donner à votre système nerveux. This isn't just a drink. It's a daily promise to your body that you're ready to heal. Number 5. Avantage de la boisson médicinale. Quelque chose de magique commence à se produire à quelques minutes de la première gorgée. Cela commence par une chaleur douce qui se propage à travers votre poitrine. Mais cette chaleur porte en elle le pouvoir de tout changer. Your blood, which may have been struggling to find its way through narrowed and blocked pathways, suddenly finds new routes opening up. It's like watching a city after a major storm when the cleanup crews start clearing the blocked roads one by one. Traffic that had been backed up for miles begins to flow again. Your heart, that faithful muscle that's been working overtime to push blood through increasingly difficult passages, finally gets the help it's been desperately needing. You might not notice it immediately, but over the days and weeks, that irregular beating starts to settle into a more natural rhythm. The racing that would wake you in the middle of the night begins to calm. But it's in your legs and arms where you'll feel the most dramatic changes. Those swollen calves that made your pants too tight, the inflammation in your muscles that made every movement an effort, they begin to subside like floodwaters receding after the storm has passed. The joint pain that had become your constant companion starts to loosen its grip. Your nervous system, starved for proper nutrition and circulation, begins to remember what it felt like to function normally. The tingling in your fingers starts to fade. The numbness in your feet begins to retreat. It's like watching the sunrise after the longest night of your life. This isn't a quick fix or a temporary relief. This is your body rediscovering its own healing wisdom, supported by ingredients that have been helping people heal for thousands of years. Every sip is an investment in a future where pain doesn't define your days. Number 6. Dietary and nutritional suggestions. Your healing journey needs more than just the evening remedy. Your nerves are crying out for specific nutrients that modern processed foods have stripped away from our diets. But nature, in her infinite wisdom, has provided exactly what you need. Flax seeds might look like tiny brown pearls, but they're actually powerhouses of omega-3 fatty acids and alpha-linolenic acid. These are the building blocks your nervous system needs to repair itself. But here's the secret most people don't know. You can't just sprinkle them on your cereal and hope for the best. They need to be prepared properly to release their healing power. Try this tonight. Take a tablespoon of flax seeds and soak them in a glass of water overnight. In the morning, you'll find that the water has become slightly thick and the seeds have swelled. Drink this water on an empty stomach and chew the softened seeds slowly. Or, if you prefer, you can lightly roast the flax seeds in a dry pan until they start to pop, then grind them fresh and add them to your food. The omega-3 oils in flax seeds are like premium fuel for your nervous system. They help rebuild the protective coating around your nerves, improve the speed at which messages travel through your body, and boost your immune system's ability to fight the inflammation that's been causing so much damage. Chia seeds offer a different kind of magic. These tiny black and white seeds were so valued by ancient civilizations that they were used as currency. When they absorb water, they form a gel that's incredibly soothing to inflamed tissues throughout your body. They're cooling by nature, which means they help calm the fiery inflammation in your nervous system. Soak une cuillère à soupe de graines de chia dans l'eau pendant 15 minutes, et vous aurez une boisson qui délivre des minéraux essentiels directement à vos nerfs les plus endommagés. The calcium strengthens your bones, the iron enriches your blood, and the fiber helps your body eliminate the toxins that have been contributing to your nerve damage. These aren't just foods, they're medicine disguised as simple seeds, waiting to help you reclaim the vitality you thought was lost forever. Number 7. Overall impact and recommendation. After 14 days of following this ancient wisdom, something remarkable happens. It's not dramatic like a movie scene, but it's profound in a way that touches every moment of your day. You wake up one morning and realize that you slept through the night without that tingling in your legs waking you up. You reach for your coffee cup and notice that your hand is steady, confident like it used to be. You walk to the mailbox and your feet feel solid beneath you, connected to the ground, and to you in a way they haven't in months, maybe years. The chronic fatigue that had become your unwelcome companion begins to lift like morning fog. Energy that you thought was gone forever starts to return. Not in a jittery, artificial way, but in the deep, sustainable way you remember from better days. You find yourself wanting to do things again, to engage with life instead of just enduring it. This isn't about returning to your 20s or 30s. This is about reclaiming the best version of who you are right now, at this stage of your life. It's about discovering that age doesn't have to mean accepting pain and limitation as inevitable. The most beautiful part of this journey is that it doesn't require you to depend on anyone else. You don't need appointments or prescriptions or insurance approvals. You don't need to explain your symptoms to someone who might not understand or believe you. This is healing that you can control in your own kitchen, on your own schedule, with ingredients that nature has provided. Thousands of people who had tried everything, who had been told that their nerve damage was permanent, who had been handed prescriptions that helped a little but never seemed to heal the root problem, have found real relief through this simple, powerful approach. Votre système nerveux est plus résilient que ce que vous avez été dit. Votre corps est plus capable de guérir que ce que vous avez été conduit à croire. And you have more power over your health and vitality than you ever imagined. The only question now is whether you're ready to claim that power and begin this transformation today. Your body has been trying to tell you something for a long time now. Those tingling hands, that unsteady walk, the fatigue that seems to have no end. These weren't just signs of getting older. They were your nervous system reaching out, asking for help, waiting for you to listen. Today, you've discovered that healing doesn't always come in a prescription bottle. Sometimes it comes from your own kitchen, from ingredients your grandmother might have used, from wisdom that's been passed down through generations. That simple cinnamon stick, those humble flax seeds, the ancient practice of breathing deeply. They're all gentle reminders that your body still knows how to heal itself when given the right support. You now have tools that can work alongside anything your doctor has prescribed. More importantly, you have something that no medication can give you: the power to take an active role in your own healing. Every evening when you prepare that warming drink, every morning when you practice those breathing exercises, you're making a choice. You're choosing to believe that better days are possible. The strength in your hands can return. The steadiness in your walk can come back. The synergy you thought was gone forever is still there, waiting to be awakened. 14 jours n'est pas seulement une ligne de temps. C'est une promesse que votre corps est prêt à réparer les choses. Parmi ces remèdes naturels, lequel a parlé à votre cœur aujourd'hui? Est-ce la simple rituel du soir ou peut-être la réalisation que la guérison peut se produire à tout âge? Si ce message vous a apporté de l'espoir, partagez-le avec quelqu'un qui en a besoin. Laissez un commentaire et dites-moi comment votre parcours se déroule. Your story might be exactly what another person needs to take their first step toward healing. Tomorrow, we'll explore another powerful secret that nature has been keeping for us. Until then, remember, you are not broken, you are healing.